Welcome to another Pilates video. My name is Emily and I'll be leading your workout. It's going to be nice and simple today. You don't need any props for today's exercise, so let's go ahead and get after it. Start off by meeting me in staff pose. L shape to your body and send your arms forward. Ball your hands into fists. Squeeze your fingers into your palms, finding a nice stretch to your forearms and fingers. Point and flex your toes, draw your heels forwards and backwards. Now we'll start to find some movement in our staff pose. Take a nice deep breath in through your nose, lift your right sit bone and sit it to the back. Now lift your left sit bone, sit it to the back. Breathing in, lifting one sit bone, breathing out, touching down. Can you keep your eyes forward? Neck stays nice and long. If your shoulders start to feel tight, maybe you start to bend in your elbows. Now at this point, as you lift and lower your sit bones, can you start to lift one foot as well? Make this movement nice and purposeful. And once you have made it to the back edge of your space, let's go ahead and travel back towards the front. Maybe start to lace your fingers and flip your palms towards the front of your space. Lifting one sit bone, maybe the leg, and then lowering down. When you've made it back to the center of your mat, let's go ahead and send our arms by our sides. Bend your knees and cross at your shins. Plant your right hand down to the ground. You're gonna reach your left arm up overhead. Bend your elbow, open and close. Twisting open and then facing the earth for 3, 2, and 1. Switch it out, left hand touches down, inhale. Reach your right arm to the opposite side. Bend your elbow, open and close. Stay grounded evenly in both of your sit bones. You're here for 3. Last 2 and 1. Top of your next inhale, reach your arms up into an 11. Exhale, high five your hands down. Uncross at your knees. Let's meet in tabletop pose. Maybe you stack your knees underneath your hips. Hands can be a little bit wider than shoulder width distance. Ground down in your index finger and thumbs. Curl onto your toes, find bear pose. Pressing the earth away from you, you can always find a little bend to your elbows if need be. Steady breath in through your nose. Draw your heels closer to the back wall and exhale. Send your knees to twist to the left-hand side of your space. Inhale brings you back to the center and exhale. Inhale back to first position and exhale. Now at this point, maybe you start to lift one hand as you twist to that side. Controlled movement. You are here for 4. Keeping that bend to your knees the whole time. Last 3. Your wrists are growing sensitive. Rock your weight closer to the back. So sit your hips closer to your heels. And 1. Finish it up to your left hand side. Bring it all the way back to the center and lower onto your knees. From here, curl back onto your toes. Hover your knees. You're gonna go ahead and hover your right foot away from the ground. Pulses up and down as you lift and lower your right foot. Keep your hips and shoulders square to the earth. You're here for 3, 2, 1. Lower onto your left knee. Extend your right leg straight. Now sweep your right leg over to the left-hand side of your space. We're gonna walk both our hands over to the right-hand side of our mat. Sit your hips closer to your heels. You can look forwards and down, nodding your head. You're here for 4. Last 3, final 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Lift your head and chest. Walk your hands in, stacking your shoulders underneath your hips. From here, face your fingers towards the front. Bring your knees back to the center. Now you're gonna bend your right knee. So there's a bend to both of our knees, strong bind to our legs. Curl onto your toes, hover your knees. Eyes look forward. Inhale here to 1, 2. As you exhale, walk your hands closer to your feet. You're gonna walk your hands over to the right-hand side of your space and come to sit down facing the back of your space. From here, let's go ahead and lower onto our forearms, elbows underneath our shoulders. Breathing in through your nose. Can you slide your heels closer to your midline? Now as you breathe out, start to lift your toes. Pressing our forearms down against the earth. Draw your shoulders away from your ears. Finding supported boat pose. Inhale, expand in your ribs and belly. As you exhale, lift your pelvic floor. Now maybe start to straighten your legs any amount. Feel a nice shake to your low belly, steady and strong. Keeping your facial muscles relaxed. Breath is heated and strong. Maybe you start to hover your heels closer to the earth. Always an option to find a little bend to your knees as well if your low back is sensitive. Option right here to wrap your fingers around your rib cage, feeling yourself breathe in and fill up at your ribs. As you breathe out, feel your ribs draw in. Beautiful job. Final countdown. Inhale here to 1, 2, and exhale here to 3, 2, and 1. Bend your knees, plant your feet against the earth. Press yourself onto your palms. You can point your toes straight to the back or maybe slightly outwards at a diagonal. Let's meet in reverse tabletop. Pressing into your heels, lift your hips. Back stays flat, neck is long. And if you need a little more space, you can always walk your hands closer to the front. As you press into your heels, maybe start to lift your hips up higher. Beautiful job. Here for an inhale. Now as you exhale, can you start to lift your right heel? Bend your right knee towards your chest. Bend your right knee out. Option 1, cross your ankle over your thigh. If this is a lot, you can always cross ankle to ankle as well. Beautiful work. We'll start to find some dips. Find your dip out towards the front and exhale up. Inhale, dip, and exhale, lift. Beautiful work, keeping your neck long, keeping your elbows reaching straight to the back. You're here for 4. Last 3, final 2, and 1. Uncross your right ankle away from your left leg. Sit onto your sit bones. Let's find a reclined tabletop pose. Knees are bent at 90 degrees. Arms reach up into an 11 shape. Stay active in your toes. Breathing in through your nose. Imprint your low back against the earth. As you exhale, crunch up. I want you to feel this in the 6-pack muscles. Now you're welcome to keep a bend to your knees. Maybe you start to straighten your legs any amount. Baby bend to your knees is welcome. Keep imprinting your low back down. Maybe hover your heels closer to the earth. Stretch pose. Embrace that good shake. Start to bob your limbs up and down. If your neck is feeling sensitive, you can always bend your elbows, hands to the back of your head. Elbows nice and wide. Inhale through your nose. Maybe take an open mouth exhale. You are here steady and strong for 7. Last 6. Final 5. Here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap down with your heels. Extend your right arm long. Bend your knees. Plant your feet against the earth. Roll over onto the right-hand side of your space. We'll meet in belly down position, finding a locust pose. Start off by bringing the backs of your hands against the earth. Palms face the ceiling, lifting your head and chest, breathing in, filling up in your belly and ribs. Can you start to lift your limbs? Can you start to swing your limbs up and down? Heart is open. Maybe as you exhale, you lift your head and chest just a bit more, firing up in our big back muscles. You are here for 7. Last 6, keeping the eyes looking forward. Final 5. Here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap down with your toes, hands meet the earth. Pressing your palms against your mat, lift up. Send your knees out nice and wide. Left hand comes to the center of your space. You're gonna thread your right arm underneath. L shape as you cross at your forearms. And maybe you start to twist open to your left hand side. You can start to bend your left elbow, walking your hand closer into your head. Now we notice right here, do your hips want to dip to the left hand side? Can you ground down evenly in both of your hips? Hips close to your heels. Inhale here to 1, 2, and exhale. Here to 3, 2, and 1. Beautiful job, my friend. Plant your left palm flat on the earth. Press yourself up and meet me back into a tabletop pose. In your tabletop pose, ground down in your index finger and thumbs. Option to walk your hands wider apart. Go ahead and curl onto your toes. We find a bear pose. Inhale, draw your heels closer to the back. Hold for the exhale. Find if you want to find a little bend to your elbows. Protect your joints, warm in your muscles. Now inhale, dip your knees over to the right hand side of your space. And exhale, bring it back to bear pose. Inhale, dip over to the left. And exhale. Beautiful job. Finding a dip and twist. Keep a bend to your knees the whole time. Now maybe you want to start to lift one hand as you dip your weight to the back. Rocking forward, back into bear, over to one side and the other. Your final countdown starts now. And you keep your knees hovering away from the earth the whole time. Final 3. Finding a nice twist, opening up in your heart. Send your shoulder in back of your wrist. Last 2. And 1. Beautiful job. Bring it all the way back to the center. Lower onto your knees. You can shake out your wrists, one and then the other. Draw a couple circles with your hands. Top of your next inhale, curl onto your toes. Hover your knees away from the earth. Can you hover your left toes away from the ground? Pulses up and down with your left toes. Keep both your knees hovering away from the earth. Eyes are looking in front of your fingertips. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Lower onto your right knee. Extend your left leg long. Rock your weight to the back. And start to walk your hands one handprint forward. Sweep your left leg over to the right hand side of your space. Breathing in as you exhale. Both hands walk over to the left hand side of your space. And then set your heart closer to the earth. Finding a nice stretch right here. And if your arms are growing sensitive, you can always lower onto your forearms. Breathing in through your nose. Here to 1, 2. Open mouth, exhale to release. Walk back onto your hands. Back into first position. So stack your wrists underneath your shoulders. Now bend your left knee. Let's bring our knees to the center of our space. Strong bind in our legs. Let's curl onto our toes. Find our bear pose. Breathing in through your nose and out through your mouth. Now from here, let's walk our hands over to the left-hand side of our space. Have a seat and face the back edge. No bind to the legs now. Let's go ahead and lower onto our forearms. Stacking your elbows underneath your shoulders. Inhale right here. Tap your toes close to your hips. As you exhale, extend your legs long. Keeping your neck nice and long. Maybe you start to straighten your legs any amount. Add some activity for your toes, pointing and flexing your feet, maybe circling out your ankles. Little bend to your knees is welcome. Finding your supported boat pose. The closer you hover your heels to the earth, the more burn you'll feel in your low belly. Softening in the facial muscles. Eyes are looking slightly up. Inhale through your nose. Here to 1, 2, and exhale. Lift your pelvic floor. Draw in at your belly, ribs, and chest. Sticking with your 2-part inhale, maybe 3-part exhale. Option to take an open mouth exhale as well. Final countdown starts now. Really press your forearms down against the earth. You're here for 4, 3, last 2, and 1. Beautiful job. Bend your knees, plant your feet against the earth. Go ahead and walk yourself back onto your hands. So fingers are pointed straight to the back or slightly at an outward angle. From here, press weight into your heels. Lift your hips for reverse tabletop. Steady and strong, breathing in through your nose. Can you start to lift your left heel? Can you start to bend your left knee in towards your chest? You can start to draw some movement with your left foot. Now as you exhale, cross your left ankle over your right thigh. Option 1. Option 2, cross ankle to ankle. Let's go ahead and find some dips. Warm in the triceps. Inhale, bend your elbows to the back, and exhale up. This is an option. You can always lower your hips onto the mat each time. Just make sure your spine stays nice and long. Beautiful job. Can we release some of the tension from our face? Just breathing in through your nose, maybe out through your mouth for 4. Last 3. Final 2. And 1. Beautiful job. Uncross your left ankle from your right leg. Go ahead and meet me in a reclined position. Laying flat on your back, 90-degree bend to your legs, arms straight up into an 11 shape. Maybe lace your fingers right here. Feel a nice stretch to your forearms. Breathing in, imprint your low back to the mat. Now as you breathe out, let's go ahead and hover our head, neck, and shoulders away from the ground. You can feel free to keep this bend to your knees as you start to find movement to your limbs. Maybe start to straighten your legs any amount. And again, we find our lever. So the more of a diagonal shape we feel right here, the more control we'll feel in the low belly. The closer you hover your heels to the earth, the more burn you'll feel in your transverse abdominals. Deep low belly muscles are nice and engaged. Keep your ribs knit in. Low back is imprinted against the earth. You can always bend your elbows, hands to the back of your head. You are here for 7. Last 6. Final 5. Here for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Tap down with your heels, lace your fingers. Big morning stretch. Keep your low back imprinted to the mat. Now as you exhale, unhook your thumbs. Bend your knees, roll over onto the left-hand side of your space. We'll meet belly down, finding our strong locust pose. You're gonna sweep your arms in back of you, palms faced up. Can you start to lift your toes? Can you start to lift your arms and chest? Steady breath in through your nose. Top of your head draws closer to the front of your space. As you exhale, start to bob your limbs up and down. Keep your shoulders drawing away from your ears. Firing up in our big back muscles, can we lift our limbs just a bit more? Inhale through your nose, maybe open mouth exhale. Option right here to lace your fingers, palms come together. And if you are lacing your fingers, see if you can hover your hands further away from your hips. Inhale through your nose, here to 1, 2, maybe take an open mouth exhale to release. You are here for 5. Last 4. Final 3. Here for 2 and 1. Tap down with your toes, unlace your hands. Hands underneath your shoulders, press yourself up. Send your knees out nice and wide into a child's pose stance. Send your right hand to the top edge of your space. You're gonna thread your left arm to make a cross with both of your forearms, or both of your arms. From here, you can keep your eyes looking down, or maybe start to look over to the right-hand side of your space, finding a twist. If you're looking towards the right-hand side of your space, notice if your right hip wants to lift above your left. As best as you can, keep both hips in one line and draw your sit bones closer to your heels. Breathing in through your nose, here to 1, 2, and out through your mouth to 3, 2, 1. Beautiful job. Bend your right elbow. Plant your hand in front of your face. Press yourself up into an easy seat in the center. So from here, go ahead and lace your fingers, flip your palms out. As you exhale, unlace your fingers. Send your right hand to the right hand side of your space, side body movements right here, pulsing your left arm up and down. Here for 3, 2, and 1. Now go ahead and fold right here. Walk one hand forward and then the other. And we meet with the opposite side. Pulses with our right arm. You can always find a bend to your left elbow. You're here for 3, 2, and 1. Send your hands all the way to touch at your heart center. Give yourself a round of applause. Wonderful work today. Thank you all so much for sweating with me in your Pilates class today. If you have any feedback, feel free to leave a comment below. I will see you all in the next video.